Hey everyone, welcome to Pilates today. We'll get started in a couple of minutes. I'm just going to do a few little stretches in child's pose before we get started. Feel free to join me. Come down onto your mat. Your knees are wide, your feet are together, your hands are out in front of you, forehead finds the mat. And just a few nice breaths here. Otherwise, do your own stretches, get yourself ready, and we'll get through that left side body. Now's a good time to make sure if you need a towel, you have a towel, or any other props that you need, a block if you've got one, or some cushions to sit on. Also, if you want some music to do your class to, just put some on in the background. Alrighty, and we're going to get started, team. So, hands come directly underneath your shoulders, knees underneath your hips. We're going to get started in 4-point kneeling today. So, inhale, lower your belly to the floor, look up to the ceiling, nice curve through your spine. Exhale, round your spine, look to your belly button, tuck that tailbone under. Inhale, lower belly to the floor. Exhale, round through. 3 more like this. Inhale. And exhale. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. And then find your way to neutral in that upper back. So shoulders relax away from the ears, but you want to be pushing out through the hands. So you've got a little bit of a press between those shoulder blades. And then hold that there. You're going to inhale, lower your belly to the floor, push your bottom out behind you. Exhale, tuck that tailbone. So our upper back stays still now. Inhale, roll through. Exhale, tuck under. Inhale, roll through. Exhale, tuck under. 1 more. Inhale, roll. Exhale, tuck under. And then you want to find that neutral position. So not all the way through or all the way tucked under, halfway between. Your belly button pulls in towards your spine. You're going to take your left hand to the back of your head, still pressing out through that right hand. Bring your left elbow down towards your right hand as you look to the right. And then you're going to take that left elbow up as high as you can. And then bring back down. And then open up. And back down. And open up. Bring that arm down. 1 more. Open up all the way as far as you can. Place that hand back down to the floor. Other side. Press through that left hand, right hand to the back of your head. Bring your right elbow down towards your left hand. And then open up to the right. Lower down. Try and keep your hips nice and still. And then open back up. And lower down. And open back up. And then place that hand back down to the mat. Again, shoulders away from the ears. Push those hands. Pull your belly button in. I'm going to shuffle myself forward on the mat so that I'm not going to kick anything behind you. I want you to take your left leg out behind you. Toes are touching the floor. You're going to keep your lower back as still as you can. Lift that left leg to the ceiling and back to the floor. You're going to do 10 of them. 9, 8, keep that belly button pulled in. 7, 6, keep pushing out through the shoulders. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee, place that foot down, straighten that other leg out. Here we go, right sides turn. Lift up into the air, back down. Keep your belly button in, press those shoulders apart. 4, 5, 6, 7, keep that back nice and still. 8, 9, 10, bend that knee down. This time, staying with the glutes, we're going to take that left leg up so that the knee is bent and the heel is towards the ceiling. Belly button pulls in, back stays nice and still. Kick that heel up to the ceiling 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently lower that knee back down. Keep pressing into those hands. Other leg goes up. Here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower that down. Hold here. Check yourself again. Shoulders away from ears. Through those shoulders. Pull that belly button in. Straighten your left leg out behind you. Try and keep your left foot off the ground. Take your left leg out to the side and then back behind you. Out to the side, back behind you. 6 more. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. 1. Bend that knee back in. Other side, straighten your right leg. Keep that right foot off the ground. Press into those hands. Pull your belly button in. Right leg out to the side 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that leg down. We're working those glutes pretty tough to start with. Keep pressing those shoulders away from each other. Pull that belly button in. Bring your left knee towards your chest. Then you're going to open that left knee out to the left and then kick it back. Bring the knee in, open it out, around, kick it back. Keep the back nice and still. Around, kick back. And knee in, open, around, kick back. 4 more. 4, 3 more. 3, 2 more. 2, 1 more. 1. Place that knee down. Right side's turn. Back nice and still. Press into those hands. Bring your right knee in. Open, around and back. In, open, around and back. Keep that belly button pulled in. 4 more. Here we go. 4, 3, 2, 1. And lower that leg down. Sit back to child's pose. Bring those elbows down. Give those wrists a little roll around. We've got another visit from the cat who found out where we were. I tried to fool her. It didn't work. All right, hands go back down underneath you, but this time I want you to come to the back of your mat. So your toes are at the very back of your mat. Your hands are underneath your shoulders. Shoulders away from the ears, press into the hands. So you've got that little bit of a lift between those shoulder blades. Curl your toes under. Try and hover those knees off. You can stay here and just practice having the knees down and then hovering off. If you want to challenge, we're going to try to walk forward. When your fingertips get to the top of the mat, you're going to then walk backwards. This is your bear crawl. And then lower down, have a little rest, give those wrists a little shake around. We're going to do 1 more there and back. Remember your option, just play with having those knees off. If it's too much, you can always be down on the forearms and just practicing having those knees off and back down. That's perfectly fine if the wrists are finding it too much. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips, press into those shoulders, hover those knees, walk forwards. And then walk backwards. Keeping everything nice and still, little small steps, lower down, a little bit of a stretch. And then come to a high kneeling position. I'm just going to move my back slightly. High kneeling position. In the middle of your mat. Your feet or your hips, your knees, directly underneath your hips. Shoulders away from the ears. Toes are either curled under behind you or you can have your toes flat. You want to tuck your tailbone, hinge back from your hips, and bring your hands, enough. Hands out to a T. Squeeze those shoulder blades together behind you, and then bring them forward. Behind you, and bring forward. Keep squeezing your glutes. You should feel a nice stretch through the front of your shoulders as you're squeezing your shoulder blades together behind you. For 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 more. And then come back up to the top. Sit back onto your heels. Bring your arms down. Roll your shoulders. And then bring yourself back up into that position. Shoulders over your hips, hips over your knees. Now hinge back. Nice straight line from your shoulders to your knees. Hands to a T. Turn your thumbs so they face behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you for 10, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze and hold. And lift up to the top. Lower your arms down. Sit your bottom back. Roll your shoulders around. Give those shoulders a little rest. 1 more. Come on up. Squeeze your glutes. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Hands to a T. Hinge back. Circles forwards for 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Reverse. 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Hands to a Y, to a T, to a W, to a Y, T, W. Keep hinging backwards. Keep squeezing your glutes. Squeeze those shoulder blades. 3 more. 3, 2 more. 2, 1 more. 1. And come back up. Lower your arms down. Set your bottom back to your heels. Give yourself a little shake. And then we're going to move into working onto our glutes a little bit more and squeezing through our abdominals, working our side body as well. Coming onto your side, come down onto your elbow on your right side. Knees are stacked. Hand is on, or your left hand is on your hip, and your elbows and your knees are in a straight line. Then when you're ready, lift those hips up, push them forward. So you're in a side plank but on your knees. And then lift that top leg, bring it back down 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. This time keep your ankles together. Open that top knee up, bring it back down 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Lower your hips down. Have a little rest. And then come back up. Keep those hips elevated, straighten that top leg. Lower your toes down to the floor. Lift them back up. 9, 8, 7, 6. Squeeze that belly button in. Push into the hips. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee. Lower down all the way to your mat. Have a little rest. We've got 1 more here. This time, lift those hips. Push the hips forward. Straighten your top leg. Kick it forward twice. Point. It goes behind. Flex and kick. Point behind. 4 more. 4. 3 more. 3. 2 more. 2. Last one. And bend your knee. Lower the leg. Lower down. Come up and change sides. Again, you want to make sure your knees and your elbow are in the same line. Top hand is on your hip. That makes sure that you're nice and stable and you're going straight down with those hips, not turning and opening out. Bring those hips up, push them forward. First one, top leg up, back down 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Keep those ankles together. Open that top knee up. Bring it back down 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down. Have a little rest. Reset if you need to. Top hand back on the hip. Lift those hips up. Straighten that top leg. Lower and lift 10 times. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend the knee, lower down. Have a rest. This second side might hurt a little more than the first side, mostly because it worked hard during that first set. Lift those hips, back up. Top leg up. Kick forward twice. Point behind. Flex and kick. Point behind. 4, 3 more. 3, 2 more. 2. Last one. 1. And bend the knee. Lower down. Roll onto your back quickly for a stretch. Lying on your back. Cross one ankle over your opposite knee. Get a nice stretch. You can hug that knee into your chest if you need to. And then change to the other side. If you've got a little dog face on your screen, I'm sorry, I have all the pets today. Stretching through that hip. Nice few deep breaths. And then coming back into that high kneeling position, this time facing forward on your mat or to the camera, whichever works for you. And we've just got one set of 10 repetitions, squeezing our bottom, so we're really working those glutes hard today. And then we're opening up through the front of our hips, arms either across chest or down by your side. You've got 10, going back and coming forward. 9, 8. If you want your hands to counterbalance, you can bring them out in front of you. 7, 6. Really squeeze those bottom muscles. Open up through the front of the hip. 4 more. 3 more. 3. 2 more. 2. Last one. Hinge back. And come up to the top. And place your hands down. Swing your legs around. Bend your knees so your feet are flat in front of you. Sitting up nice and tall. Half roll downs. Hands straight out in front of you. We're going to articulate through our spine nicely here. So, tuck that tailbone under. Pull your belly button in. Lower yourself down towards the mat. I want you to go just until the tips of your shoulder blades touch. And then pull back up. And round forward at the top. And then sit up nice and tall. Lower your arms down. Tuck the tailbone. Lower down. Just until the tips of those shoulder blades touch. Pull back up. Round forward. Pull that belly button in. Sit up nice and tall. And then round forward. And lower down. 3 more like this. Start to come up. Peel yourself up so it's all nice and controlled. Belly button's in. Look to your belly button. Sit up nice and tall. And then bring your hands down. Try to go straight spine now. Tuck just each little bit as you need to. And then as you come up, can you bring your chest up? And then untuck each little bit as you need to. So we're staying as straight as we can now. Lower down, just tucking as you need to. And then coming up, peeling up, one bone at a time, lifting with the chest to come forward. 2 more. 2. And come up. Last one, hold halfway. Halfway back, chest is open. Take those hands out to a T and come forward. T Come forward. 3 more. 3, 2 more. 2, last one. And then hands go up to the ceiling and back down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. Pull that belly button in. 4, you can always lower down if you need a rest. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. We're going to challenge here. I want you to lower down and then lift back up with your hands up to the ceiling. Lower down and then lift back up. We're in that middle range. So lower a quarter, lift a quarter. Lower a quarter, lift a quarter. 2 more. 2. Last one. 1. Lift up to the ceiling. Arms are up. And now lower one bone at a time all the way to your mat. Roll your arms down. Hug those knees into your chest. Give them a good squeeze. You can gently rock side to side if you need to. Take a few deep breaths. One more. Inhale. And exhale. We move into our abdominal series. So head, neck, and shoulders up. Look to your belly button in a Pilates curl. So tips of your shoulder blades touch the mat. Left hand to right knee. Right hand to right ankle. Left leg away. Change. Change. Keep that belly button pulled in. If you need an easier option, you straighten your leg to the ceiling as it goes away. If you want a harder option, you have that foot hovering just off the mat. If you want to make it harder from here, we have 5 more each side. Your arms go by your ears. 4 more each side. Hug both knees to your chest. Lower to the mat. 1 deep breath in. Exhale, head, neck, and shoulders up. Look to your belly button. Hands are on your shins. Inhale, put your arms and legs away from each other. Exhale, circle your arms around, knees in. Inhale away. Exhale in. Inhale away. Exhale in. For 4, 3, 2, 1. Lengthen and hold. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug in. Lower down. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, bring that head, neck, and shoulders up. Look to your belly button. Pull that belly button in. Hands either to the back of the head or arms straight up to the ceiling. Kick those legs up to the ceiling. Try to pull your right leg back towards you. Hands either on the back of that leg, or remember, hands are on the back of your head. Lower your other leg away. Kick it twice and change. Kick, kick, and change. Or pull, pull, and change. Your choice on the option here. Hamstrings always an option. Bent knees always an option. Keep going for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees to chest, head to the mat. Take a nice deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your head, neck, and shoulders up. Look to your belly button. If you need a bit of lower back support, I suggest sitting onto those hands to give yourself some extra support, and then keep your head down on the mat. Otherwise, hands back of the head, elbows wide, straighten those legs to the ceiling. Heels together, toes apart, legs nice and straight. Lower and lift. Lower and lift. Keep that belly button in. Make sure your lower back isn't arching. Pull that belly button into your spine. Keep your spine nice and still. If you want an option, bent knees to straight legs. Bent knees to straight legs. It's still challenging for that core. 4 more of whatever option you choose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees to your chest. Lower your head down. 1 nice deep breath in. Exhale, let it all out. Hands to the back of your head, elbows wide. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring the head, neck, and shoulders up. Look to your belly button. And then curl a little bit higher. Curl even higher. Pull your right knee into your chest, straighten your left leg away. Twist opposite armpit to that knee. Change, change, change. Keep changing. 4 more each side. 3, 2, 1. Come back to the middle. Lower to your mat. Take a nice deep breath in. We're going to challenge that ab series a little further today. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, curl the head, neck, and shoulders up. Look to your belly button. Curl a little higher. Straighten both your legs to the ceiling. Pull your right leg back towards you. Lower your left leg away. Twist opposite armpit to that straight leg. Change, 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 change. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And bring the knees into the chest. Lower your head down. Give those legs a little shake. Bring your legs to tabletop. Keep your legs at tabletop. Hands to the back of your head, elbows wide. Last crisscross variation here. Take a nice deep breath in. Exhale, bring the head, neck, and shoulders up. Curl a little higher. Good. Now lower both feet away, twist to one side, pull back up to the middle. Both feet away, twist to the other side, pull back to the middle. 3 more each side. 3, 2, 1. Hug those knees into your chest. Give them a good hug. Give them a little shake. Rock side to side. We're going to do one big stretch here. So straighten those legs long on the mat. And then straighten the arms overhead. And no holding in here. I want you to just let those ribs open up. Inhale through your nose. And exhale, let it out. Stretch through those abdominals. Inhale. And exhale. Last one here. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your hands down by your side. Bend those knees so your feet are in. You want your feet just underneath your knees or just slightly out. And this is going to be for our bridge position here. So if you get a sore back in bridges, stay with me. We're going to take it really slowly, step by step. If you know a bridge, you know what you're doing, you go straight up and back down, and you're doing 10 of them. Now, to make sure we do a bridge without compressing into our lower spine, you tuck your tailbone under so you flatten that lower back to the mat. Then squeeze your bottom and lift those hips into the air. And now you're only going as far as you can before you feel any pinching in that lower back. Squeezing the buttocks, you want to then lower back down to the mat. And then once your bottom touches, you tuck that tailbone, you're lifting up, pressing through your heels, and then lower back down. To get a little bit more glute engagement, you can think about squeezing those knees towards each other, but they don't touch. And then lower back down. Nice and easy. Come on up. And lower back down. If you're getting back pain, you are moving too far. Or sorry, if your pain is getting worse as you go. Sometimes things are a little sore anyway, and that's okay as long as it's no worse after. We want to make sure that we're not aggravating anything. And now, for those who want more, come on up. Hold here. You want to be in that top range position where you're not pinching into your lower back, but you're really working hard in your bottom. Now we're going to challenge it. We're going to straighten our right leg out and then place it back down and straighten our left leg out and place it back down. Thinking you're holding a plate on your pelvis, those hip bones at the front. You don't want one part of your hip to drop as you take that foot off the ground. Pressing through your heels, keep that pelvis nice and even. 3 more each side. Remember, no pinching in your lower back. Lower down to rest whenever you need it. 2. 1. And lower to your mat. If you need a little release, just window wipe those legs side to side. 1 more each side. And then come back into the middle. This time we're going to try and do single leg bridges. Remember, your option is just going up and back down with both feet down. Single leg, straighten your right leg so that your knees are still in line. You can point or flex your foot, whichever is comfortable, but squeeze that quad. Then press down through your left heel and lift your hips. Lower back down 10 times. 9, 8, 7, pull that belly button in, keep flattening through that lower back. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Change to the other side. Place your right heel down, straighten your left leg, squeeze that quad, press through your right heel, lift, lower down. 4 more. 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower both feet to the mat. This time I want you to walk your feet away from you until the point where your toes want to start creeping off the mat. So your toes have to still stay down. This type of bridge, we get more into our hamstring, but we have the risk of compressing more into that lower spine. So be very strict with yourself. Tuck your tailbone under, push that lower back down into the mat, squeeze your bottom, lift your hips. If you get cramp in your hamstrings, just lower back down. Touch that bottom, lift back up. If you need to stop and stretch those hamstrings, that's perfectly fine. We've got 4 more like this. 4, 3, pull that belly button in at the front to stop that compression in that lower spine. 2, last one, hold at the top. Can you take one leg off, place it back down, other leg, place it back down. 1, 2. Keep those feet away from you. Mine are starting to creep in. Last one. And lower down to your mat. Bring those knees in a little bit more. Window wipe side to side. We have 1 more bridge variation here. So remember to just make sure we're not compressing into your lower back. You take whatever option you need. If you want to just have a rest, hug those knees in, have a break, perfectly fine. Hands down. Heels underneath your knees. Lift your hips. Hold here. Walk your feet out as far as you can to the point where your legs are straight but your hips are off. And then can you walk them? Good work. Here we go again. Walking out. Pull that belly button in. All the way out, and then walk. Last one here. Awesome work. Walk out. And then walk back in. Pull that belly button in and hold at the top. And then nice and slowly all the way down. Hug those knees into your chest. Give them a good hug. And then straighten your legs out on the mat. Feet are about hip distance apart, hands to the ceiling. Inhale, start to bring your head, neck, and shoulders up. Exhale, pull yourself up, 1 bone at a time, and round forward. Look to your belly button. And then lower down, 1 bone at a time. And come up. Round forward, keep your shoulders away from your ears. Pull that belly button in and lower down. Last one, come on up. Round forward, all the way forward. If you would like a stretch, grab onto whatever you can. Knees, shins, feet. Get a little stretch forward. And then bring those legs to one side. Come around onto your forearms in a plank. Now in your plank position, you can have your knees down on the mat. You can have your hands together if you want to, or you can have your hands shoulder distance apart and your toes curled under. In a plank position like this, I want you to make sure you've got a straight line from your shoulders to your hips. Squeeze your bottom. We've worked those muscles really hard now. You want to lower your chest to the floor and then lift it away. Lower the floor, lift it away for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees down. Get a little stretch. And then come back into that plank. Remember, your knees are always an option. Feet are hip distance apart. Try not to let your hips wobble side to side. Walk up, high press up. Walk down, plank. Walk up, high press up. Walk down, plank. High press up, plank. High press up, plank. One more, high press up, plank. Hold a plank, 10 seconds. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower your knees, push back to child's pose, knees together, forehead to the mat. Bring your arms down by your side. 2 nice deep breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Inhale and exhale. Coming up, swing those legs back around in front of you. Legs are straight out in front of you, feet to the outside edges of the mat. Sitting up nice and tall, shoulders away from your ears. Squeeze the quads so we're nice and switched on. Toes pulled back, knees pressed down, hands to a T. Twist towards your left foot. Right hand dives to that left foot as we look to our left hand. Come up, back to the middle, twist and reach. And come up, middle, twist and reach. And come up, middle, twist and reach. And come up, middle, twist and reach. Last one, twist and reach. And come up, lower those arms down, give the legs a little shake. And bring your legs together. Sitting up nice and tall. Working on our twist from our ribs now, hands to a T. Bring yourself to one side. And then back to the middle. Twist to the other side. And back to the middle. If you want to challenge, hands to the back of your head. Twist. And back to the middle. And twist. And back to the middle. One more each side. Twist, back to the middle. Twist, back to the middle. Again, reach forward, grabbing whatever feels comfortable. Get a little stretch. And then we're coming into our teasers from here. How we're going to come into our teasers today is going top-down approach. So, bend your knees to start with. Bring your legs up to what yogis would call a boat pose. Your legs are lifted, your hands are lifted. You can always be holding the back of your thighs. If you want a full teaser, you straighten those legs out. Hands are above your legs. You're going to lower down until your head touches, and then pull back up, keeping your legs nice and still. Whew. We've got 3 more like that. 3. And back up. 2 more like that. 2. And back up. 1 more like that. Lower. And lift up. And hug those knees into your chest. Come up and sit nice and tall. Again, we're going to do our top-down approach. This time, we're going to see if we can make it a little bit harder. So, legs come up. Straighten your legs. Woo. Hands come up. Make sure you get that balance point right. So, legs up, hands up. You're going to lower down as your upper body lowers, your legs lower. And then you're going to pull back up. Lower down. And pull back up. Last one, lower down. And pull back up. Hug those knees into your chest. Pull yourself forward. Little rock side to side. And then come back to your bent knee option. Knees are bent. So legs are at like a tabletop position. Chest is open. Hands straight out. Lower your right toes down. Bring them up. Then the left. For 5. 4. 3. 2. 1. Sit forward, hug those knees in, get a little stretch. And we have 1 more exercise here, and that's to practice our full teasers, but with a really extended spine. That's the goal, is that we're extended through our upper back, tucked under slightly in our lower spine. So come back into that boat pose, hands this time, back of your hamstrings. Now this is a test of your flexibility as well as your strength. Hold those tummy muscles in, straighten your right leg, bend it back down. Then your left leg, bend it back down. Option is always to have the hands off your legs. I need it for that little bit of support, but if you don't, you go for it. 5 more each side. 4 more each side. Woo. Find that good balance point. Press your chest forward. Tuck that tailbone under. Last one each side, because I've mostly lost count. And then sit yourself forward. Hold on to your legs. Get a nice stretch. If you're someone who needs that bit of rotation for that lumbar spine, come on down to the mat and just rotate to one side. And then over to the other. And then when you're ready, come back up. And we're going to finish in front support. Coming up to standing. We're going to have some fun in front support today. So don't worry about what's happening up top. You can't see it. It's not important. We won't be here for long. So feet hip distance apart. Heels underneath your sitting bones. So belly button's pulled in. And then bring your weight into the front of your foot. And tuck your tailbone without squeezing your bottom this time. Give that bottom a bit of a break. Hands reach up to the ceiling. Dive forward until your fingertips touch the floor in front of you. And then walk your hands out to a high press up. Now remember, you can always be in a plank or in a kneeling press up. We have 5 press ups with your elbows tucking in to the side of your body. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold a high press up. Then can you bring your left knee to your left elbow, shoot it back, left knee to right elbow, and back. Right to right, and back, right to left, and back. Left to left, back, left to right, back, right to right, back, right to left, back, left, 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 right, 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 left. 1 more each side. Left, 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 right, 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 left. Spread those shoulder blades, walk your hands back to your feet. Feet again are hip distance apart. Hang at the bottom. Walk your hands to the left as far as you can. And back to the middle. Walk your hands to the right as far as you can. Back to the middle. Gently roll up to standing. Take those hands high. Dive forward all the way down until your fingertips touch. Walk your hands out, high press up. 2 press ups. Drop both heels to the right, open up. You can have your feet separated, that's fine. Take your top arm, thread it through, and then back up 3 times. 2, 1, high press up, 2 press ups. Other side, drop your heels to the left, lift your hips, take your right arm, thread it through, and back up, and thread it through, and back up. Last one, thread it through, and back up, high press up, 2 press ups. Feet hip distance, walk those hands back to your feet, 1 bone at a time, peels all the way up to standing. One more, hands reach up. Dive forward, all the way down. Walk your hands out. High press up. Take your feet to mat distance apart. Send your hips to the ceiling like a downward dog. Now, we're going to try 3 dolphin dives to finish. You don't have to. You can re-stretch or finish here. Otherwise, our last little challenge. Elbows go wide, scoop down, and push up. And then we've got to go back. Bend the elbows, push your bottom back, and back up. 2 more. 2, and up, and back. Last one. 1, and back. And then walk those feet in, and then walk your hands to your feet. Gently roll yourself up to standing, and 2 nice deep breaths to finish. Inhale, stretch up. Exhale, circle around. 1 more, inhale, and exhale. Nice work, guys. I hope you got as much of a sweat up as I did. Enjoy the rest of your Tuesday, first day of level 3.